Hello, and today we're going to review something I got in Cardiff. Are you sick of me saying Cardiff yet? So we're going to review this. Transformers Rise of the Beast mainline, not Studio Series, Airazor. And you see, there's the choice. You can either get the mainline, which is this one, or you get the Studio Series, which is different. But the Studio Series is basically just a remold of the Kingdom version. And I've got the Kingdom version. So I don't want two of the same thing. So I thought I'd go for something different. And this one harks back to a figure that I absolutely loved. So, two figures I quite like. I forgot about one. One little thing I'm going to say. When I wasn't home, the other person who lives in this house with me decided to tidy my desk. And accidentally knocked this off the shelf and broke off the wing. Now I've glued it back together. It was this whole piece here snapped off there. So I've glued it and it just about works and it just about holds. But if it shatters during the transformation for this review, I've got a spare, which is a gift I got for a birthday a couple of years ago, which, I was going to do as a giveaway at some point, but, if this shatters, this is going to become a custom fodder, and I guess I'll have to use that one. But that's the thing. So, just for wing spans, just for argument's sake, let's get them. So, this is Kingdom's slightly bigger, but this one's not far off. Let's move this out. See how that's not... It's not happy, but fine. You go out of the way. This figure, it's a very Transmetal 2-ish kind of thing. Like a Prowl, the Owl. It's that kind of thing. The articulation basically is there's ball joints here and a hinge here, and you can hinge the claws up and down a little bit. Yes, they've got hands sticking off the back of them. And the head you can't do anything with. The wings you can on hinge here and here. Rotate up, rotate down. Up, down. Shake it all around. And I guess you can lift the tail fin up and down a little bit if you like. That's your lot. That's all the articulation you're going to get. But, do you need more? And yes, it has got a little Maximal label on there. Not very obvious, but it is there. I just kind of like the style of it. There's just something to it. The wings could have done with being painted better. So they matched up this is clearly a completely separate piece. There are lots of things I can be petty about with this figure. And I'm going to say them for your sake, but personally, I don't care. Let's just say this now. We've already seen Kingdom Airazor, but let's just get Legacy Wild Rider. So it's a deluxe. This is effectively the only Rise of the Beast figure I've got. I've got this guy, but does he count? So this is basically the only Rise of the Beast figure I've got. I almost got Cheetor from the line. The mainline Cheetor. But I was like, nah, Airazor. So, alright. That's clearly the head. Right there in the body. But, let's not be petty, boys and girls. Airazor, the Kingdom version, did exactly the same. Slightly better hidden, but still right there. Rightly. Right. So, I guess I should get onto the transformation. But first, I'm going to tell you the two figures that this reminds me of, and it's kind of why I bought it. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to work out that the wings become the legs. I love that. I've loved that ever since Transformers Energon Dive Bomb. Such a good figure. So well done. So cool. And honourable mention, Titan's Return, I think it was, Power of the Primes, whichever one it was. Wingspan, whose legs also became the wings. I just think it's a cool feature. I just think it's a very clever way of doing things. Pardon me. Otherwise, you've just got the wings hanging off the back and the legs you got to try and tuck away, so it doesn't work. Anyway, let's transform this one. And something I didn't mention, but you can probably see, there are little swords tabbed underneath the wings. There's also a peg stand there, a peg for a stand there, which I guess would work. Some of these hinges were incredibly floopy when I got it, and I have had to tighten them up. So, like these arms especially, legs especially. Anyway, transform it. So, what we're going to do is we are going to fold the head down. Come on. Yeah, there you go. This piece, it's on a little hinge there. And we're going to turn it around and stick it back into place. You can call it articulation if you want, but now we're going to get these brown pieces here and untab them. There's these two little grips. They're around that piece there. Untab these and untab there. And we're going to rotate this all the way up. Turn it around. So whereas this gap and stuff was at the back, we want it at the front. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to, if you see here, this piece, there's a little lip on this piece that goes into the end. So we're going to untab that. Come on. Rotate that round, and using this little notch sticking out, it'll actually lock inside here. Like that. And now we can rotate this to there. Let's do this again. So we're going to untab that, rotate it through, plug it in, rotate this to about there. Okay. Now we've got to come to here. There, it's done. What do you think? Alright, fine, okay. That's quite a cool gearwork, actually. I quite like that. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate this through slightly on this screw here. I'm going to rotate this back panel on this big hinge in the middle. I'm going to rotate this over, and if we can, all the way. No, not all the way. This piece needs to move first. This piece is the bit that the head is on. It's not so bad when you get it in hand. Things become quite intuitive, but to explain it to you guys, I've got to do it in steps, okay? So we've got it halfway. Now we're going to move these wings out of the way. Rotate these shoulders down. Get them out of the way for now. Down, get them out of the way for now. Now we can pull the head through and into place. Rotate this all the way through. Now, that notch looks like it should tab in somewhere, but it doesn't, because there's no hole. But it just sort of goes there and stays. Straighten the legs out. Now we can rotate this all the way down onto the back, and this little piece here, which doesn't really stand out, is actually a tab, and that goes into that slot there. So rotate it through, and that it locks in, which locks the whole body. Now we can rotate these wings out of the way, and now it's just straighten the arm out, flip up the shoulder pad, flip the beast claws and the hand all the way out, rotate it to the front, there, and there. And that's Airazor in robot mode. Like I say, the transformation sounds messy when I'm explaining it, but once you've got it in hand, you'll be like, can I move that? No, okay, I'll move that. Ah, now I can do it. It's not so bad. And you end up with this. And this is quite lovely. Like, honestly, like, what's not to like? The face is really nice. I mean, alright, could maybe do with a slight more tweak of paint, but the eyes are stunning. Look at those. Body's really nice. The arms are a bit weird because they can go like that. And they were incredibly loose when I first got it, but it works. Like, it genuinely works. Legs, she's very much a leg girl rather than an arm girl. You know, go all the way, that way, turn all around, about a 90 degree, little bit of foot. What more do you need? I mean, there's no ankle rocker. I don't care. People are getting petty about ankle rockers at the minute. I don't care. And you've got these little sub wings that were like half the beast wing, which can still fold out. They can still be used as wings. Look, still has wings. And the little blade things, which aren't the world's most threatening stabbers. So I prefer to underhand them and have them more as daggers. It just seems more befitting. And there she is. She's actually really pretty. Like, that little peg for the stand is now on the back, so it can still be used. Little Transformers gubbins. There you are. Look at that. Made in Vietnam. Woo! I actually really like her. Like, legitimately really like her. And for size comparison, I shouldn't have bent her over really to do this. There's the Kingdom version. And if you're wondering why I haven't got this wing folded round, guess what? This wing is now trying to break exactly the same as that one did. This little that little piece there is trying to break on me. So I'm going to have to put a spot of glue or something on that and hope it survives. Anyway, let's get this standing up straight. And we'll get this one standing up straight again. Drop a wing so she's not quite so intimidating. And yeah, I mean, once you get them transformed, she's got all the wings and stuff. But if you ignore the wings, she's skinny, like really skinny. Compared to her, she's got a nice chunk to her. I actually really legitimately like this one. And considering the Studio Series is basically that with extra stuff stuck on it for some reason. I mean, will I get it one day? Hopefully not, but we'll see what happens. This head's way too big for the body, but whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. Which one's movie accurate? Well, I'd say the Studio Series looks more accurate for the Beast mode. But as she never transformed, this could be completely accurate. We don't know, do we? So, size comparison as well, there's Lexi Wild drag strip. Sorry, what am I talking about? So, I mean, alright, are they both a little bit diddy? Maybe. But I legitimately, honestly, really like her. I don't know why. I think people just see the Studio Series and go, oh, it must be better. Why? I mean, look at her. I mean, I don't have either of the Rhinoxes. People seem heavily hinting that the Studio Series is better. Maybe one day I'll get them both. Who knows? It's my birthday next month, if anyone wants to donate. Anyway, I don't know. I like it. I do. Honestly, I do. I think she's very cool. I like the transformation. I like the style of her. She's good. Especially now tightened up her joints. Ugh. But that's a different matter. That's QC issues. That's not. So I'm going to run away. She's cool. Buy her if you want. Anyway, I should be ugly. I should be wretched. I shall see all of you in the next one, where I tighten up my joints. God, my knee's been hurting me. Bye-bye.